Well, thankfully my hair grows back fast, so before I get started with the unboxing of this amazing piece I'm very much anticipating, I want to take care of a little bit of business, and that's a huge shout out to everybody in the community. See how this is going. Literally a week ago, in about 30 minutes, I lost my sweet boy, my 15-year-old pug, and if you can't already hear the emotion in my voice, little guy meant the world to me. And not going to make this a downer, but I just want to say a huge thanks to everybody that reached out to me. A lot of y'all were very kind to me in messages or on the various forums. Greatly appreciate y'all. I want to do something for him, maybe a fundraiser for the SPCA or whatever charity for pets. Haven't quite decided that or what that's going to look like, but that'll be coming up in the future. I hope you all participate in that. Do have a giveaway at 1,250 subs whenever we reach that. And the way that you do it is you have to be a sub and you have to comment on this video right here. All right. If you don't comment on that video, you're not entered. Right now I have about 60 entrants on that, 60 comments. So got a 1 in 60 shot currently. So hit that video and comment. And again, very appreciative of y'all watching, and thanks for the kind words. So I may get interrupted. I've got my 4 little helper. She does not like being by herself right now. She's being really clingy since her brother left. But anyways, my room in there still smells like smoke. So I don't think I'm ever going to get the smoke smell out. But anyway, let's unbox this bad boy. Really excited to see this. Here we go. I'm out of breath for unboxing this. All right, here's the bike. First piece out. Very impressive looking. Let's say we're taking up, I'm out of breath from doing that box, man. Things like vacuum sealed. I won't say we're taking up Hulkbuster real estate, but this is a massive base. This dude is pretty big. Pretty impressive. There are a lot of parts. All right, these bad boys go around the outside. Excellent design thought here, because these would absolutely arrive broken if not for making them separate. Very cool. Tail pipes. Once again, very cool. It's kind of like a, I guess like a leather wrap here. Interesting. Handlebar. Bonish type thing going here. Very cool. So I was a touch skeptical of how I was going to feel about the clear resin painted, but that looks excellent. I really like it. Spiky glove will stab you. Yeah, this bad boy just jabbed me. These things are sharp. And look, very cool. Very cool. Very cool, the spiky glove attached. Does your chain hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Front wheel axle, which is a real live bolt that they've painted. I like how they put to where it looks like the flames are reflecting off of it. That's a cool touch. Very nice. This is the all of a sudden I can't talk. This is the alternate head sculpt display stand, which I think is an awesome addition for you to be able to display them in a way that makes sense and is very cool. It's like I guess an engine block or whatever to the motorcycle. Okay, so all these spikes were actually glued in here, but there's probably, it looks like about 10 of them knocked off. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. All right, let's start this. Probably now we'll just cut the music and assemble this bad boy. Here we go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. I have literally been doing this for an hour and a half. The handlebar here will still not go together right. I've been heating it with the heat gun. Something is jacked up here. He won't completely sit flush right there. His foot's a little bit off. So I think that's part of the problem. I've heated up the arm, I've heated up this. We'll look at that in the actual review, but for the moment, looks amazing, but I'm exhausted. Here's my other little munchkin. She's helping me today. So everything else has gone together pretty well. As you can see, I've glued all the various spikes. Did get a little bit of super glue in a place I didn't want, but it's not bad. You won't even notice it. But okay, let's get to the review. Okay, first of all, let me say I'm a huge fan of this commissioner. So any things that I say in here, you know, kind of hurts for me to have small criticisms. The piece is absolutely stunning in person. I mean, it is just another one that people are going to walk in and go, whoa, what is that? Even if you don't care about Marvel. People that dig motorcycles or whatever, everybody, I mean, it's like Flaming Skull, what is that? You know, even if you've never heard of Ghost Rider, they're going to think this piece is just killer to look at. So let me start out with all the positives. Again, just jaw dropping to look at. Let me spin around to the back side here. So pretty monochromatic in the fact that, you know, you got gray base, you know, black motorcycle, everything's a little dark there, but it actually, because of the flames, pops. You know, it's actually, if I was still grading presence, would have an extremely high, it would have a 10 shelf presence, just because of the colors, the contrast in the colors there. I mean, you can see it on the camera there. I'm looking at my monitor of how just dynamic that it is. The lean to it is actually more dynamic in person than what, let me see if I can get this here. But that degree of lean, whenever you see it in person, is just like brilliant engineering to pull this off. So the complaints I have with assembling it, it's a two-edged sword. Brilliant engineering, but very, very frustrating to assemble. But I get that. I would rather have the cool piece and be aggravated for an hour than not. So, way thumbs up on the engineering to it. Just outstanding. So much cool. You know, the chain going around and hovering. Is a little bit of concern. Will this sag over time here? But even if it did, all it's going to do is sag down and touch here. You know, so it's not going to look wrong. So, all right, let's start out with the concept of it. You obviously have Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze is, to me, looks like he's, you know, hit the brakes, he's spinning around, and he's about to take out his adversary. And he is locked and loaded to take him out. Very, very dynamic concept, and what they pulled off here. Outstanding in the road, you know, just to have concrete or whatever, just some of the little things that are done here to include the piping here, the lava type base. We'll get back to that. You got the sewer manhole covers, rusted. That looks fantastic. Little nondescript, you know, in the edges here. That's great. But incorporating these, which unless it's going to be in a place, you know, more of a center of the room, you're not even going to see these. But man, they are so cool. The skulls in the back here. This little gated area here. And it's almost like neon looking in the back there. But these skulls are so just super, super outstanding. If anything, I could have said, you know, maybe it would have been cool to put one here, you know, or off to the side here where you could see. You know, it's like such a shame if you have it in a case and can't see that you can't actually see those. But they're so well done. So again, with concept, I like the fact that you have, you know, this head sculpt and this little stand here that is included with it. Doesn't quite 100% set, you know, flesh up in it as I would. Oh, there it goes. User error, my bad. It actually clicked in. So I had it to where the little point has to go down in there to make it go. Okay, so scratch that. My fault. Outstanding. Okay, so super killer. I will display this with this. You know, I have all my other head sculpts in my case in there. If you haven't seen my video on my the way that I store everything, you can check that out here. And a pretty cool video on just ideas for storage. This won't get stored. This will actually get displayed with this dude because it's such a cool thing to have. Extremely well thought out in the way, you know, that the bike and the breakdown. I can't imagine how much time the commissioner and sculptor and you know, all the various artists that worked on this had to think through what it would take to pull all this off. Obviously a structural issue for breakage here if they had left these the forks, whatever you call it, the shocks here, because this metal here would just instantly break out there. Cool. Oh, hadn't even noticed, but very cool. The details in the headlight there, the dirt and the crack and all that. Construction of it again, very well done here. I didn't think I was actually going to like these bolts. They look a little clunky to me in photos, but they look good in person. They totally work. The size and volume of the piece, they work. Sculpt. Let's start with the base. I've already kind of discussed that. Very cool. Love the little spike designs here. Everything to do with the road and all that. The tilt of it, you know, like the entire thing's coming up and it's revealing this hellish underworld underneath it. Is just outstanding. Again, everything here, the pipe, everything to do with it. Love the organic nature of the bike. It's like a motorcycle that is changed into something that's organic and alive and a part of him almost. Just so well executed with the molten vibe to where you see the engine and parts that you're familiar with a bike, but yet, I don't know, let's see what angle I can get at, but this right here actually looks like vertebra right here. So it's very skeleton-like in the design of it. Of course, you got the skull here. they continue the fang look of the skull down into the forks at the bottom of the suspension there. Bike is just outstanding. Just I don't see how it could be done any better. Absolutely love it. Okay, on him, I'll dig the outfit. Looks like a biker's outfit. The boots are extremely well sculpted. I love the strapping up there of the buckles and what have you. The spikes are extremely cool. Now, 7 of them had dislodged in shipping, but they're extremely easy to fix as long as you got super glue and steady hands and decent eyes. You just have to be real sure not to get it in the wrong places. But I love the outfit. Does it look like leather? I would say 98%, 99%. It's really good. The jacket to me shines a little bit better than the pants. For some reason the pants, I think it's maybe like the wrinkling of them are a little bit, I like it. It's very cool. The boots definitely look leather. The pants are okay. The jacket is fantastic. I like it. I love the flare of the collar here. Looks excellent. The fact he's got the chain wrapped around him. Again, all the spikes on the gloves. Outstanding. The sculpt on all that. The head sculpt is outstanding. Just killer. Again, no way that they can improve on that, in my opinion. Again, the detailing on the gloves, outstanding. The bracers and the gauntlets there. He's got these reinforcements on the knuckles. The spikes up on the shoulders. These things are sharp. Whenever I picked it up and the thing, I mean, they are extremely sharp. You could easily puncture your finger if you're not careful. Okay, let's move on to paint. Paint is where we got a little bit of shy of perfection on this. There's some sloppy areas. Also on construction, let me say something here. There are several places where let me find them, right here. So this flame was broken off right here, and instead of repairing it, they just painted it. There's another one right here. There's another one that's just squared off. It broke and they painted it. Anyway, there's like 3 places I think that I found where it's painted broken piece. To me, that's, you need to tighten up a little bit on that. It's just a little sloppy in my opinion. The paint job, as I've already said, pops a lot. I really like the way that they portray the flames. The yellow that they used in these cracks is a little bit head scratcher, I guess I would say. It kind of doesn't fit. I don't exactly know what they were going for there. It looks like somebody put yellow paint in a crack, which is literally what it is, but it just doesn't work for me. This area right here is what I'll say is a near miss. Again, the yellow splotches in there. It looks cool, but there's just something that should have been maybe a little bit redder for a lava look versus the orange. I can understand that they were staying in the same color palette, but it doesn't portray lava, which I believe is what they were shooting for. Painting of the bike looks metallic, looks very cool. I especially like. All right, so something I noticed in all the production photos is the overspray that they did of paint. There's a little sloppy piece right here. There's some sloppy lines, quite honestly, in the paint. Nothing that's hideous, but there is some a little bit of misses on some of the paint. So they did a little bit of overspray, and that makes sense. In other words, like a flame is going to glow onto the ground, and it's going to cast a glow there. So I kind of get why they oversprayed a little bit. What overspray means is whenever, let me find an example, right here. So if you can see that, so when they're airbrushing there, they spray onto the concrete there. But if it was a nice clean line, that would actually not be real realistic there. So I understand why they did that. Granted, there are some misses in the paint. Like you can see right here, there's no paint whatsoever on these flames right here. I'll show a closer picture of this, but it's the concrete color. Along this edge right here is concrete color. You know, so they just, quite honestly, in some of it, were not real careful in their painting of it. One thing I absolutely love is in some of the metal they have painted, and they put this bronzy look to denote that the flame is shining off of the bike. Here there's some of it. Here on the exhaust there is. Around the wheel here, they've used this bronzy paint, which is just killer looking. It gives like the bike is glowing, reflecting the light off. Very, very cool effect. Painting in the head was one that I was a little concerned of what the resin would look, but that's just outstanding done. Got to get a battery in it to where I can see what the light up looks like. But details in the face, the painting in the face. I love that it's an old skeleton look. You know, it's just the contrasting and the way that they use the wash within it just really makes all the details pop in it. Outstanding head sculpt. Ghost Rider was not a character that I particularly loved growing up. I liked him, but I didn't particularly love him. But this was just a piece. When I saw the sculpt, I was like, that's art. I got to have that. And several pieces, you know, that I have coming, the art of it has made me become a fan of the character. So just outstandingly done. Very, very proud to own this. Hate the criticisms, you know, I always hate doing that, but I try to be realistic, try to be honest with what I see, but would buy this again in a heartbeat. It is outstanding. So I hope you enjoyed looking at this custom Ghost Rider today, one that I'm really proud to own and will be proudly displayed. This commissioner just gets it. He does outstanding dynamic pieces. I just love everything he produces. Even when I don't buy it, I still love it, and they're just always fantastic. So hope you really enjoyed it. Please hit that like, sub, and notification bell so you get notices. I do have Thanos in Death from XM coming. It is currently in transit, so hopefully it arrives, and hopefully we don't get whacked by another hurricane that's headed our way. Until then, I'll see you next week, and if you're not doing it half-assed, you ain't doing it right. Take it easy.